Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. In part 2, we will continue learning more secrets to make your fried crab even crispier and more flavorful. We will also explore dipping sauces and presentation ideas to make your dish look and taste even better. Let's continue. Fried crab claws are another excellent option, especially if you're looking for the ultimate party finger food. The shell is removed from the base of the claw but left on the very tip to act as a natural handle. This makes them incredibly easy to dip and eat while standing up and mingling. Because the meat in the claw is a bit more fibrous, it stands up well to heavy batters and intense heat. Plus, the visual appeal of a pile of golden brown claws is always a hit at any gathering. Mastering the perfect coating and crunch. The secret to great fried seafood lies in the relationship between the coating and the meat. You want a shell that protects the delicate crab from the direct heat of the oil. This keeps the inside moist and steaming while the outside transforms into a savory crust. Achieving this balance depends on your breading technique and how well you manage your equipment. If the coating is too thin, the crab might dry out. If it's too thick, you won't taste the seafood at all. Light flour versus heavy battering techniques. Deciding on a coating style depends on the texture you enjoy most. A simple dusting of seasoned flour is often the best choice for high-quality lump meat. It provides a thin, crackly layer that doesn't overwhelm the natural sweetness of the crab. You can easily add flavor to this flour by mixing in a bit of salt, black pepper, or a classic seafood blend like Old Bay. This method is fast and allows the natural shape of the crab to shine through. In contrast, a thick bare batter or a tempura-style coating offers a much bigger crunch. These wet batters puff up in the oil, creating an airy and light structure around the meat. While this is delicious, it can sometimes mask the flavor of very expensive crab. If you choose a heavier batter, make sure to season it well with lemon pepper or garlic powder. This ensures the crust is just as tasty as the meat inside. Why oil temperature is the secret to success. Temperature control is the one area where you cannot afford to guess. If your oil is too cold, the crab will soak up the grease and become heavy and soggy. If the oil is too hot, the outside will burn to a dark brown before the middle is even warm. This is why using a kitchen thermometer is absolutely necessary for consistent results. You generally want to keep your oil between 350 and 375 degrees Fahrenheit throughout the cooking process. Oil type smoke point best for peanut oil 450 degrees Fahrenheit deep frying large batches. Vegetable oil 400 degrees Fahrenheit standard pan frying. Canola oil 400 degrees Fahrenheit neutral flavor profile. Choose an oil with a high smoke point such as peanut or vegetable oil to prevent a burnt taste. As you add the crab to the pot, the temperature of the oil will naturally drop. Try to fry in small batches so the heat stays consistent and the pieces don't stick together. After each batch, wait a minute for the oil to come back up to the target temperature before adding more. Serving suggestions and dipping sauce ideas. Once the crab is golden and beautiful, the next step is finding the right accompaniments. Fried foods are naturally rich and salty, so they need something bright and acidic to balance the palate. Think about textures as well. Something creamy or crunchy can make the meal feel more complete. Serving your fried crab with the right sauce can turn a simple snack into a gourmet experience. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe.